community here. Welcome to this, our weekly celebratory assembly here at Erith Primary School, where we celebrate some of the academic endeavours that your children have been up to. They're right here, right now, and hot, or cold, off the press, spotted on the Erith Primary School Wildlife Camp, which is situated in the Woodlands. The Eco Council and I met yesterday, but on the 18th of January, it's American, it's the way around, it's not 2024, but we do know it was -3 degrees that night. This badger. So we ask ourselves the questions as scientists, we're working scientifically in our head. Why is a badger in our grounds? Why would a badger be accustomed to, or would it thrive in the woodlands areas? What do badgers eat? Do they come out at night? Are they nocturnal? Or do they come out during the day? How much does this badger weigh? What does it eat? Is it a boy? Is it a girl? Are they solitary animals? Do they live in packs or groups? Why is it collected down for a group of badgers? Where do they live? Will we see this badger again? Will we not? Will we see others? So, there you go, children. If that sparked a little bit of curiosity, maybe you would like to be scientists over the weekend and do a little bit of research about badgers and see if you can attempt to, I see Mrs. Lawrence smiling over there at Science League, try and attempt to answer any of the questions or others that you have about why a badger may be in our grounds. So what a lovely first image and video to capture on the Erith Wildlife Camp. So we look forward to sharing some pictures and videos and more of them with you in due course. But right here, right now, let's tackle the elephant in the room. It's not an ugly elephant. It's a beautiful elephant. I'm not sure I've been this excited since Uncle Phil's kind donation to the school and since the Foes 400, because we have another very charitable donation from a very generous set of parents. Let's give them a big round of applause. Not coming up, this is the outcome, and not all of the outcome, because there are still a little bit of money left over. We're still waiting on a few more books. But this is the outcome of our inaugural, that means our first core value reading legend that we held last year in December, which was the core value reading legend linked to resourcefulness, where you children were shown what being resourceful around reading looks like, and as a special little treat, you engaged with the Reader Teacher website, and every child in school picked a book, this is super resourceful, from the recommended reading list that we currently do not own in school. So those books will be handed to your child individually, they will read them, and then they will be installed into our school library. Well done, children. How excited are you on a scale of 1 to 10? There you go. Give yourselves another big round of applause for being super resourceful. And our second of 5 core value reading legends is coming up on Monday, and it's our readiness reading legend. And all I will say for that is unmarked, get set, read. So hopefully that will tickle your taste buds and keep you wandering curiously, just like the badger, over the weekend. Right, let's start with some lovely awards. You know I like to celebrate what children are doing outside of school, not just what they're doing inside school. So here we have Gordon. Come on up, Gordon. Let's give him a big round of applause. It's his certificate of achievement. Know all men by these presents that Gordon, having pursued the art of judo, including the study of self-defense, and having actively demonstrated the necessary skill, spirit, and qualification, is hereby appointed the grade of, what was your previous belt? White and orange. He's now gone up a rung on the judo ladder, and we're giving Gordon his white and green belt. There you go, Gordon. Well done. Let's give him a super round of applause. Of you. That is from the, as if I can pronounce that right, Kanazawa Judo Club. Well done, Gordon. Super duper indeed. And here is another child we're going to celebrate an achievement that they have focused on outside of school. Now I can wonder if anyone can spot that she looks a little bit different. Come on up, Ava. Let's give her a big round of applause. There's something different about you, Ava, and I'm not sure what it is. Why don't you tell the good people what you've been up to? If they haven't worked it out, even from our newsletters or that beautiful t-shirt you're wearing, what would you like to say?
I've donated my hair, and it takes 11, and my hair went from 11 inches of my hair. It takes 40 people to donate hair to make one wig. I have weighed 1,000 pounds.
What do you say to that, George? Is that fabulous? Wonderful for a child potentially who needs that support right now. Big round of applause, please. Lovely. And here we've got, you'll see a picture that goes in the newsletter. There's a picture of Ava before the big cut. That's what she looked like. You can remember her for in school. Isn't that fabulous? All right. Give Ava another big round of applause. Well done, Ava. Lovely. Well done. Super proud of you. Being an active citizen of our school. Well done, Ava. Okay, let's move on to some awards now. I think we'll mix things up. We'll start back end of the school, top end of the school if you like, on Key Stage 2. And we'll go straight to daily class. We'll invite Mrs. Lawrence up, who's probably going to be beaming, because not only have we identified the badge of the ground, we also have a science award. But guess what, Mrs. Lawrence? Not one, in fact there was one last week as well, but not one, two, but three science awards this week. Three science awards in 1 week, so isn't that fabulous? For her enthusiasm and curiosity in science lessons, Sienna. Let's give her a big round of applause. Working scientifically. Tell us about Sienna, Miss.
You participate so well in science lessons, but it's not just that. Your enthusiasm is fantastic. And when I'm up at the front of the class and I'm teaching all about some new knowledge, I always see you with your hand up, desperate to ask me a really challenging question or to add some more information. You're really curious in science and you really want to know all the facts straight away. So every lesson, without fail, I see you, hand up, ready to ask me some challenging questions. And I think last week it was about 5 or 6. I think in the end I had to go send you off to go and work it out for yourself, didn't I? But it's a really important scientific skill. It's the first scientific skill, really, to ask a question. And then you have to go off and do all the other stuff to find out the answer. Well done.
Indeed,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well done, Sienna. Really, don't stop that. Celebrating from the science to the arts for musical, taking the lead role in music and producing an effective composition. Well done, Georgina Ryan. Let's give her a big round of applause. Lovely. Science, problem solving, very compartmentalised, left side kind of brain subject. There's very right side brain creative flair from Georgina.
So this is all the way back from last time. All these awards are from last Friday.
Okay.
So I hope you can remember all the way back then. We've been learning a jazz piece of music and we have learnt it off by heart. We're playing on the glockenspiel. And then I gave the class the challenge to compose a piece in the middle. And Georgina, you really stood out to me because not only did you come up with some fantastic ideas, but you were in a group of 3 or 4 children and you really led that group. You showed real maturity and it was a real joy to come around and look at your group because everybody had an idea and you organised all of those ideas, got everybody going, you were conducting as well at the front, writing down all the notes. So I was just really, really impressed. Really mature skill to have, that leadership, which is great.
Fabulous. Well done, Georgina. Let's give another round of applause. For the resourceful raw our school's core values for his ability to work things out through trial and error, then pass on his knowledge to others. Very intriguing. Well done, Keelan. Let's give him a big round of applause.
So, this is in music as well. You demonstrate this in every lesson, every day. So last week in music, when we were doing our compositions, I then challenged the children to write up their compositions on the computer, and I introduced a new program that we're going to be using on the computer as well. And it was really challenging, and a lot of us got in a real pickle. My demonstration didn't go particularly well in front of everybody. But Kian is one of these people that you give a challenge to, you give him a computer, and you let him get on with it, and he works everything out. You're just really good at working things out for yourself, which again is a really important skill to have in life. And then every time you work something out, you came and told me, and then I was able to stop class and share all that knowledge. So thank you so much for putting me out of a bit of a pickle, really. This is really challenging, and I learned so much from you. I know it should be the other way around, but... so
Lovely.
yeah, so all three of these really, as you would say, employable skills.
Yeah.
Like asking questions, good leadership, and working things out for yourself.
Fabulous.
Really brilliant.
Fabulous. Up to stage 2. Well done, Damien. Let's give him a big round of applause. We talk about that a lot here in primary school. These core values, they're not just wallpaper, they're ingrained in our school culture because we believe in them. They do make our children highly employable one day. It's so, so important. Okay, we're moving on now to Bluebell class. Megan, come on up, Megan. Let's give her a big round of applause. Megan is exemplifying the readiness, because Megan has an excellent attitude to learning across all subjects. Always starts tasks quickly and completes work to a very high standard. Thank you, Megan. Come on then, Mrs. Thompson.
Do you know, that is across the board for Megan as well. That's not just in your favourite subjects, that's absolutely everything. First thing in the morning, you're there, ready. Last thing in the afternoon before we go home, you're ready, you're doing the right thing. And it's just so lovely, Megan, and you're so enthusiastic, and you just try your hardest at everything. And I'm really proud that you try your hardest for the work you produce. So you should feel really proud of that.
Fantastic. What a great ambassador for our school. Well done, Megan. PSHCE award coming in. This child contributes really well to discussion of PSHCE, provides thoughtful answers and listens to others attentively. Well done, Leighton. Let's give him a ripple. Well done, Leighton. Come on, tell us about Leighton, Mrs. T.
So this is the award for last week, later on. We've been learning all about money, financial things, thinking about, whether if you're given pocket money, whether you should have the decision of what you spend it on, or whether your parents or whoever gives you the pocket money gets to decide. And you've had some really thoughtful answers about that later, really thought carefully, thinking, well actually, maybe they should have a slight say, but also if it's been given to you as a present, you should be able to decide. And there was lots of back and forth, but Leighton just always had a really thoughtful answer, really good thinking skills in your lessons. And actually that's across the board as well. So that's really
Always rationalised response.
Absolutely.
Leighton, yeah?
Absolutely, yeah.
Great maturity as well.
Yeah,
Well done,
very.
Leighton. Well done, Megan. Another science award, you'll be pleased. It's right in the middle of the telescope, so I can't quite read it. Hang on. Umar's writer. Umar! We round of applause for Umar. Umar's write-up of his science experiment was excellent. He accurately described what he did and then used brilliant math skills to work out the speed of sound from the results. Well done, Umar. That's for you. Let's give him a round of applause. Umar.
So Umar, you have just got a brilliant scientific brain, haven't you? You've got all the components you need. Mrs. Lawrence would love you in her class, I'm sure. But you've worked so hard, and we've been learning about sound, and we thought, come on, we can figure out how sound moves, can't we? By doing experiments. We went out on the field, got very muddy, had the classroom very muddy, sorry, Mr. Krabs. And then, when we came back into the classroom, Umar's write-up was so detailed,
Megan. Well done, Megan. FYI, that's not a telescope. So there's my scientific knowledge coming through there, Mr. Florence. Try and redeem myself for that later. Okay, coming up then, Mr. N. Mr. N, Mr. Newman is the Resourceful Roy Award. Mr. Newman has identified this week in Thistle class, identifying what support would help in phonics and using it to help her read challenging words and phonemes. Let's have a big round of applause, please, for Elsie. Always give that one to you in class. Well done, Elsie. We're super proud of you. And we're moving on to another child who we are particularly proud of at the moment, aren't we, Mr. Newman? Because it's an Oracy Award for developing his spoken English to build relationships with peers and adults. Well done, David. Where's David? Not here. Give a round of applause. Well done, David. If you're watching at home, Mr. Newman, give us a précis of what David is saying at the moment. What's he doing?
Well, I think anyone can agree, especially key stage 2, learning a new language is very, very difficult. It's even more difficult when you're the only person learning that new language and everyone around you is completely fluent. And when David first joined us here, the first word he could say to me was chicken, because we just hatched the chickens. Since then, his language has come so far, and he's conversing with his peers, he's explaining school rules to us in English, he's using manners. I think at least 3 adults this week have told me what amazing manners he has. And it's just that being able to use English words in the right context. It's just it's fantastic because he's an integral part of the class.
Yeah, well done, David. If you're watching at home, really proud of you. Your English is coming on very well. Good boy. Let's give David a good round. Another science award, Mrs. Lawrence, asking questions about different animals to make connections and build knowledge of the human body. I think she was up here last week. She's done the double 2 weeks in a row. Well done, Sophie. Let's give her a big round of applause. Well done, Sophie. Sophie wants to come up there this week, but don't worry, Sophie, we'll make a mega fuss of you in class and in your absence right now. Mr. Newman's going to say some gorgeous things about you.
Yeah.
Go on then, Mr. Newman.
So I know that Sophie is really interested in animals, especially horses, and we were looking at the human skeleton, and we had our class skeleton out the front. We're naming parts of the body, and Sophie started by asking questions. Do horses have spines? And then she was using that logic, well, if horses have spines, why do they not stand up like we do? It's just that questioning ability of that's so key to science that just really came through in that lesson. Inquisitive nature, asking the right questions.
Lovely. We've seen that up in Key Stage 2 and down in Key Stage 1. So, Elsie, well done. Sophie, well done. And David, in your absence, well done. Let's give this one a big round of applause. Down to our lovely learners in Daffodil class. Mrs. Nichols is making her way up to the stand, and it's another Resourceful Roy Award for our school's core values for using a variety of resources to support her learning about the Lunar New Year. Well done, Jessica. Come on up. That's for you, Jessica. That's lovely. Lovely. Come on up. That's for you. There you go. Come on, Mrs. Nichols. Tell us about Jessica.
Well, Jessica, in class we have been finding out all about the Lunar New Year, and what impressed me was the morning that we had. You were busy around the classroom using all the different resources to support your learning. So you were looking at the artefacts that we had out, you were telling what you knew, that we talked about how the New Year is celebrated by cleaning the house, sharing food, by the blossom, by using lanterns, and you were using the different resources to support that learning. And also what impressed me was you were sharing what you had learned to help other children in class too. So well done. Really proud of you.
Well done, Jessica. Early years and foundation stage on a slightly different curriculum, the UIFS curriculum. So we've got the Communication and Language Award this week for confidently using connectives to join our ideas together when talking about the text, there's a tiger in the garden. Well done, Faye. Let's give her a big round of applause. Isn't that fabulous, Faye? Lovely, lovely, lovely to see your smile there. Come on, Mrs. Nichols, tell us about Faye.
So, Faye, as I said there, you were using connectives to join your ideas. So we looked at using and, but, didn't we? To join our ideas together. And you were talking about the book and you were saying things like, Grandma said there was a tiger in the garden, but Nora didn't believe her. And you were really confident joining your ideas together and using the connectives that we've identified. So well done.
Well done. Well done, Faye. Let's give a big round of applause. Just in case you're thinking, children, I've heard my teacher use that language before, and they've called them conjunctions because in EYFS they're referred to as connectives. When you get to Key Stage 1 and above, they're referred to as conjunctions. Okay, so just a little bit of knowledge for you there. Understanding the World Award. Look at that one. Lovely. So, for confidently matching adult animals to their young. Sounds like another kind of scientific
Yes,
one as
it's
well.
science.
Goodness me, what a coincidence. Well done for Riley. Where's Riley coming up? Give a big round of applause. Hey. Brilliant. Come on then, let's go, Riley.
So we've been finding out about different kinds of animals in Daffodil class, and this week we were looking at the grown-up animals and the young, and we were thinking, do all baby animals, do the young animals always look like the adult, or are they sometimes different? And some look very similar, and some look completely different, but you were really confident at matching the adults and the young together when they looked similar, but also when they looked completely different. So, for example, a caterpillar and a butterfly, they look really different, but you still knew that they went together. So,
Well done, Riley. Well done, Faye. Well done, Jessica. Let's give a big round of applause. Well done, Riley. Of course, it's the time to be a curriculum champion in our school. You've got to be here. So attendance is, hang on, wrong end. Yep, that one. So attendance is really important. We know that. Girls, we know 100% attendance is 100%. Yes, it is. Please think if you're off for a day or two or more, the gaps that there could be in your knowledge in that wider sequence of learning that your teachers are trying to teach you in class. And of course, being a curriculum champion, it's not just about being here. It's about obeying our school rules, being safe, being respectful, being the best. Because of course, that's when the magic happens. And the magic is these things here. If you can see, the Mark core values are emblazoned at the back there behind Mrs. Ray. So super, super, super duper important, as well as diet, as well as exercise, as well as keeping hydrated, and all of those things. But are we looking at a week, or last week, where we had not very good attendance, expected to good attendance, outrageously good, and super, 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 super duper outrageously good? But what will it be? Okay, let's find out. Hang on. Right from the point stick. Drum roll, please. All it was 96.8. Okay, it's still expected and good, and it's higher than it was before at 96.8. It's not far off that ridiculously good 98% mark. Give yourself a big round of applause. Well done. 96.8, still good attendance. And as a school, currently, how do we compare to other primary schools in Cambridgeshire? How do we compare to other primary schools nationally? Well, at the moment, currently, we are higher. We are higher as a school than other primary schools as an average in Cambridgeshire and nationally. So that's fantastic. Let's keep up the hard work. Which class came first? So, in fourth place, 93.33% was Bluebell. In third place with 95.79% was Dahlia. Give them a round of applause. And in second place it was 98, so in that green mark as a class, 98.71% was Thistle. Give them a big round of applause. Daffodils, you want it again? Come on, Mrs. Nichols. Take a child, two children, come up. Hold it high, hold it proud. Okay, you hold that one, Darcy. Up, come on up. We're coming up on last. Come up, Ollie. Ready? Stand in pairs. There you go. Ready? Come up. And I will tell you, it's all right. You can still stand there. Big smile, big smile, big smile. And we can say the attendance, not just me, parents, children. 99.5. Give them a big round of applause.